Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to share with you a project that was introduced to me and several other investors about 3 or 4 weeks ago. These investors I collaborate with in the world of DeFi on different projects, and we've all been taking a look at this project, and it's got a lot of upside potential. It seems to have a low level of risk, and it pays out very well. So these are all the things you want to hear about in the world of DeFi when you're diversifying your portfolio. And we love to diversify our portfolio. We want to have 3 or 4 different legs of income coming in at any one time that we can be self-sustainable with, or that can, subsidize our income. So we wanted to share this research with you. We're going to do a series of videos on this project because we just think it's awesome, and you're going to want to get into it. So without further ado, let's unpack this thing and take a look. All right, so we're talking about Bitnest, investing in Bitnest. You may have heard about Bitnest. Somebody told you about it. They said, hey, you ought to invest in this. Maybe you've held off. You weren't sure. You wanted to do your research, and you saw this video and you said, hey, this is great. I'll watch this video because they've already done all the research and the homework. And I want to see how transparent this company is and what kind of risks are involved before I put my hard-earned money into it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to share all that information with you right now. So first thing we are looking at is their website. They've got over 26 million in liquidity that they have collected from investors like me and other investors I know that are involved in Bitnest. Now, what does that liquidity get contributed to? Well, they turn around and invest that in a V3 liquidity pool on PancakeSwap, which is on the Binance Smart Chain blockchain. If you're familiar with the world of cryptocurrency, you understand what I'm talking about. If you're not involved in cryptocurrency and you're new to the world of cryptocurrency, this is probably a little fuzzy to you, but that's what all that means. Now, they're very transparent. They have allowed us to click on that number, and it takes us right to the behind the scenes BSC scanner, which has nothing to do with Bitnest. It is any contract that is on the Binance Smart Chain has to be on the BSC scanner. So we can see all their contract information. We can see their assets. And they didn't have to make it this easy. They could have hidden all this information and made it very difficult for us to find this information, but they didn't. They made it a click away. And they show us their token holdings right here. You can see that over 17 million in BSC USDT. And then they have over 6.5 million in USDC. We can also click on assets over here, and it gives us the breakdown right there. Now, how can we validate all that information? Well, before I go there, I want to show you one other thing. Because there is the loops that you're going to invest in, we want to see, are there any transactions with the loops? You can go here to token transfers. There's a loop right there. Wow. There's another loop right there. So we know the legitimacy right there through the BSC scanner, but we want to legitimize it even more. So how do we do that? Well, we can take this contract address, copy it, and we can go to a DeFi scanner. And there's one called D.Fi.
Cool!
We can take that address, plug it in here. Here's the address, X92B7. We're going to validate that. Let's go back here to the BSC scanner, and you can see OX92B7, and it ends in 3121. This ends in 3121, so we're not playing any games here. Nope. Here is the BNB Smart Chain, nearly 24 million in liquidity. Yes! Pretty much matches up with right here. They're not going to be exact because everybody has their own way of updating their numbers, but we're pretty darn close, and that gives us confidence. The other thing we can look at is we can go to D.Fi's analytics. And again, we'll put that address number in. There it is again. And it shows us 100% allocated on the BNB Smart Chain. And it shows us the stable coins that they've invested in 100% into this liquidity pool. So we basically, as an investor in Bitnest, own this liquidity pool on PancakeSwap on the Binance Smart Chain. That's awesome to see. And here's the breakdown. So we validated it in a second way. So how can we validate that in a third way? Well, we can go here to ChatGPT, and we're going to go to ChatGPT, and we're going to put that contract number in again.
What?
And I already did this yesterday, so the numbers may be a little bit off, but here it is. It's an overview of the USDT USDC pool on PancakeSwap v3 BSC, which is the Binance Smart Chain blockchain. That 24-hour trading volume, over 4 million in trading volume in the last 24 hours. That's huge. Now, when we go to PancakeSwap, you'll see that it's even higher than that. Their liquidity, once again, around 24 million, kind of like we saw here. And we saw on the DeFi scanner. Let's go back to that. And so again, here is the DeFi scanner. And we've got nearly 24 million. So we've got 3 sources now that we have validated all this information. What else can we do to validate this? We want to go to PancakeSwap now. We can pull up PancakeSwap. We go to Earn, Farm and Liquidity. We put in USDT tokens, all pools, V3. Now we got to find that pool, and the number should match up. So let's find that. Here it is, USDT, USDC pool. There it is, almost 24 million and over $11 million in volume in the last 24 hours.
Wow.
That is huge, folks. That is huge. Here it is right here. Volume, 24-hour total volume locked. So now we've validated it on the BSC scanner. We've validated it in 2 different ways on D.Fi, which is a DeFi scanner, which legitimizes contracts in the DeFi world. We've looked at ChatGPT to validate more information. And we've gone to PancakeSwap and validated it there. So very transparent, very easy to validate everything that Bitnest is doing. But Bitnest took it a step further. They actually allowed themselves to be audited.
What?
And so a company by the name of CERTIK assessed them May 29th, 2024, and audited them. And this just shows you that there were 4 total findings, 2 were resolved, and 2 acknowledged. There was 1 major issue and they got it resolved. There was 2 minor issues and they got them resolved and acknowledged, and there was some information that was acknowledged. So their audit passed. So that's an audit, 1. We've got BSC scanner, 2. We've got D.Fi, 3. We've got ChatGPT, 4. 4 sources that have validated all of this information. And if that wasn't good enough, they have given us an insurance policy. Wow! This is just unprecedented in the world of cryptocurrency and DeFi. So what does this mean? Well, if your money is lost, it's insured. So they're insuring against the risk of loss. And you can go right to the insurance policy and read it yourself. But it basically tells you, welcome to the Bitnest Investment Insurance Plan. This agreement aims to provide Bitnest platform users with protection against investment losses resulting from smart contract coding errors or unforeseen economic events. We are committed to safeguarding your investments through this insurance agreement, helping you invest with peace of mind. And here's your coverage. Again, smart contract code errors and severe unforeseen economic events. This is huge. If the insured's deposited funds are unexpectedly confiscated or seized due to sudden severe economic events, this insurance provides coverage for such incidents. And all you have to do is put in a claim and they're going to return your money. That is unbelievable. So that's 5 different things that make me feel warm and fuzzy about investing in Bitnest, as well as a lot of other investors I know. And we collaborate on a lot of different investment opportunities. We don't always invest in all of them. Some of them are really risky and don't provide any of the information that I'm providing you here right now. And I'm just showing you what we found. This is not something that I'm trying to prove anything to you because I have something to do with Bitnest. All I am is another investor that wants to make sure that my losses are mitigated, that there's low risk, and there are great returns. And there are certainly great returns on Bitnest. So I hope all that information was great for you. I know I moved pretty quick, but research is boring, and we want to just get to the investing and start earning the money. So now that you've seen and heard all the research that we've done and what has made us feel comfortable about investing in Bitnest, you're probably ready to get investing in Bitnest yourself. So I might as well show you just how easy it is to get started. First thing I want you to do is scroll down to the description box underneath this video when you're done watching this video and grab our referral link. So you just scroll down here, you'll just hover over it, highlight it, right click it, copy it, go back up here, right click in the browser bar and paste that sucker in there and hit enter. You will see our referral code at the end. Now I want you to make sure that your wallet is connected. So you're going to go over here, you're going to connect your MetaMask or your Rabby wallet. Does not matter whether it's Rabby or MetaMask, even though they only show a MetaMask, Rabby will work. Okay, now your wallet's connected. You've got the referral code in here. You're going to scroll down here to Bitnest Loop and you're going to hit join now. Now, as long as you've got some USDT in your Rabby wallet, you can hit max and it'll pull it all out of there, or you can manually enter how much you want to put in here. So let's just put in $1,000. Now, 1 day is already highlighted. I can either choose that or 7-day, 14 or 28-day. And it's going to show us down here in the right-hand corner exactly how much we're going to get back. So we're going to make $4 and get back $1,004. We're going to, if we choose 7 days, we're going to make $40 and we're going to get back $1,040. If we choose 14 days, we're going to get back $1,095 and make $95. And if we choose 28 days, we're going to make $240 and get back $1,240 at the end of that 28 days. You would hit circulation to what you want to do. You would sign off on it with your Rabby or your MetaMask wallet. And then you would scroll down, you would see your orders. Now I've done some small orders just for video's sake here. And you can see I've got $1.91.3 in for a 1 day. So I'll get back $1.92. I did $5.40 for a 1 day. I'll get back $5.42. I did $5. I'll get back $5.02. Wow. It even shows the time clock. So this one will happen in 23 hours, 1 minute and 50 seconds. This one, 20 hours, 2 minutes and 6 seconds. This one, 19 hours, 58 minutes and 32 seconds. Now, if you want to be into the team building, that's where you're going to find all that information out here. For your personal investing, it'll show you how much you have in circulation. So if you went up here to these orders and you added that all in, shows you that I've got $12.31 in personal circulation. I haven't gotten any returns back, but after tomorrow, it'll show my returns here. So after a year, you're going to be able to track all this, because every time you get a return, it's going to show up here. And then sharing benefits. And then here's your team information. How many invitations have been accepted? People joining under you using your referral link, and how many are actually participating. So you could grab my link, join, but never put any money in. So this is going to actually show you how many are participating and the amount that they are participating. So that's a pretty cool thing. And there's more information on this website. So that's why there are more videos to come. I'll break down the percentages on what you're earning here, strategies that we're using, and we're all just a big happy family. So let's use those referral links and help each other out. All right, so that's Bitnest. What a user-friendly platform. What a great investment. The returns are incredible. They're so transparent, and we just really like this investment, and we've added it to our portfolio. Hope you do as well, because we love the revenue income stream platforms that we're getting involved with. Used to be all we focused on was crypto as stocks, and we'd invest in our XRP and our XLM and our Bitcoin and our Ethereum, and we were anxious when it was down, and couldn't wait for it to get back up, and when are we ever going to sell it? And when you get involved in liquidity providing like Bitnest, and you start seeing a daily income and a revenue stream that subsidizes your income in your 9 to 5, it gets addictive, and you're going to really like it. And you're going to find that it takes out all that anxiety of buying crypto. Yeah, we still buy crypto on the side, but we really are looking for these revenue streams that can subsidize our income. We'd love to be self-sustainable and just have a 9 to 5 just to have it, or not at all. But we are realistic, and right now we're going to continue to have our 9 to 5 jobs, but we're doing everything we can to add to our portfolio of these revenue streams. So this is Bitnest. Awesome, user-friendly, very transparent, seems to be pretty secure, been around for a couple years. So make sure you go down into the description box, grab that link of mine again, put it in your browser, and go start investing in Bitnest Loop. And hopefully this isn't your first revenue stream, but if it is, let me tell you, it's addictive, and you're going to really enjoy it. So get out there and create that income, and I'll catch you on the next video.